Hello, Chris Green here with the Flood Insurance Guru, and today we're talking about taking responsibility for your own disaster recovery. Today we're going to talk about some things that you could go through when taking that responsibility for that disaster recovery, making sure that you can recover from that flood or that other natural disaster. The first thing to know is that federal aid may never come. It depends if there's enough damage for disaster assistance to be qualified. Disaster assistance doesn't mean everybody in the community is going to get it. It doesn't mean you're going to get $50,000 to $100,000. In fact, during Hurricane Harvey, the average insurance claim payout was over $100,000. The average disaster assistance payout was only $4,000. Number two is that having flood insurance in place can help you recover quicker emotionally and financially, is what we have seen after these disasters. Not having $100,000 compared to having $100,000 to help you get back on your feet can be big financially, but that financial burden can also have a big impact emotionally. In fact, many times we see most businesses that don't have flood insurance never reopen after a flood. Number three is if you've received disaster assistance in the past, you may not receive it again. This is one of the conditions many times with some of these communities is if you've received disaster assistance, the condition is you have to carry flood insurance on that property as long as you own it, because you won't receive disaster assistance again in many situations. So these are some things to understand when taking responsibility for your disaster recovery. Remember, flood insurance should be your first defense. You shouldn't depend on disaster assistance or SBA disaster loans. Those should be a backup plan when maybe flood insurance isn't enough. So if you've got questions about disaster recovery, what are your options when maybe it comes to disaster loans and assistance to back up your flood insurance? Click below to visit our website, floodinsuranceguru.com. Remember, we have an educational background in flood mitigation, which means we can help you understand flood risks like this right here and your flood insurance. Thank you.